10 things that might be hurting your dog. Are you hurting your dog? Well, you might be without knowing it. Most of the time it is unintended. Even seemingly harmless things could actually be hurtful or even painful to your little furry friend. So we have compiled a list of 10 ways that you or someone you know could be unknowingly harming dogs. Number 10, lack of exercise. Dogs require exercise. Whether they weigh 2 pounds or 250 pounds, all dogs, or even if they are pups, adults, or senior canines, need exercise. Physical activity is essential for mental well-being. Dogs are often bored, and their boredom can sometimes lead to negative behavior. Sure, when we're bored, we sit around and flip through Netflix or scroll on Instagram. But in the case of dogs, they chew on everything, dig up trenches, or get into fights with the neighbor's dogs. All that pent-up energy needs an outlet, and that outlet is exercise. Exercise is also equally essential for people. So go out with your dog and give them as much exercise as possible. It'll be good for both of you. The majority of dogs benefit from the regular cardiovascular activity, as well as a 30-minute walk. Aerobic exercise is defined as anything that causes your dog to pant. So you don't have to stick to your boring old walk around the block. You can go running, swimming, leaping, or even dancing. How adorable is that? Number 9, no nail trims. People believe that they are doing their pets a favor by ignoring their prolonged nail growth. Even if they cry, throw tantrums, or try to attack you, keeping their nails short and clean is essential. That is, unless you have a rare breed of dog whose foot structure naturally wears down its nails. Imagine not cutting your nails. Your toenails would soon be giving you discomfort, and the extra length leaves them more prone to being torn entirely off. Long nails and nails that curl under can dig into the dog's pad, ultimately causing arthritis and discomfort in the toes and foot. If you cannot clip them on your own, take your dog to a veterinarian and have them do it for you. It has to be done at least twice a month, so stay on top of that. Number 8, wrong tools. Equipment that does not fit or cause discomfort to your dog can also be harmful. We often see some people using no-pull harnesses and neck halters that are far too loose. The loosened nylon then scrapes hair away from the face beneath the armpits, over the chest, and elsewhere. Although most tools should not be tight, they should also not be so loose that they rub against the fur. It might sound odd, but just take your shoes as an example. When your sneakers are too wide, you get blisters. When your sneakers are too small, they hurt. Corrective tools such as choking chains made of metal or nylon are also available, but avoid squeeze or spike collars as they can become entangled and strangle dogs. Your dog wears their collar all the time. Style is important, but so is safety and durability. A collar should never irritate, chafe, or squeeze the skin. As a result, one should avoid hard plastic or metal collars in favor of flexible, hypoallergenic materials such as leather, nylon, and neoprene. And the great thing about leather collars is that you can engrave your pet's name on them. It adds a fun element, and if you also attach your tag with your address, it ensures that they never get lost. Number 7, table scraps. Table leftovers can be fatal to your dog. Many dogs are sent to the clinic during holidays because they have consumed too many freebies. Dogs do not metabolize fat in the same way that we do, and in their typical diet, they don't consume a lot of fat. You may think you're indulging your dog with a delicious fatty piece of bacon, and even if your dog seems to enjoy it, the truth is that his pancreas may be unable to process it, causing it to enlarge and your dog to become very ill. Pancreatitis can even kill dogs in extreme situations. Avoid offering scraps to your dog unless it is low-fat and low-sodium. Cooked chicken breast is a good option so long as it doesn't have extra sauces or curries. And if you're offering your dog tasty low-fat, low-salt snacks, remember to account for those calories when it's time for the next meal. Number 6, human medications. You might think giving your dogs your pain medication when they're in pain will help, but you might unintentionally poison your dog. If the dog injures himself or coughs, many owners may give him human pain relievers and cough suppressants. Dogs cannot metabolize human drugs either. There are extremely few medications that can cross species safely. Even prescription drugs are not all the same, nor are they all given in the same amount. In fact, dogs with thyroid issues require a considerably larger dose than adults with the same condition. So if your dog is having a problem, it's best to contact your vet before administering any drug. Number 5. Expired medication. When an old disease reoccurs in dogs, the owners start using the old medicines they once bought for them. And if the problem isn't as bad or the medication is expired, guess what? Your dog could end up deaf or even die. Ear medication is a great example. Owner brings their dogs to the doctor for persistent ear infections and gets the proper medication for the problem. But owners believe that the next time their dog shakes his head, rubs his ears, or has that dreaded yeasty ear odor, the same problem is back. And of course, they reach for the leftover ear medication without knowing fully what the issue is. They might even forget to check for the expiry date. And suppose it does turn out to be a misdiagnosis. In that case, the medicine can rupture the dog's eardrum and cause irreversible deafness. Medication that is okay for a healthy eardrum will permanently harm a shattered eardrum. It just isn't worth the risk. Antibiotics and pain relievers, for example, can become obsolete. If your dog appears to be struggling from the same medical ailment, consult your veterinarian before administering any prescription or over-the-counter treatment. Number 4. Lack of training. Dogs don't come out of the womb knowing things, just like human babies. We all want various levels of obedience, but two things are consistent across the board. People want a potty-trained dog and a well-mannered dog. And that just doesn't happen. It requires training. Manners may not necessarily imply obedience, yet obedience cannot exist without manners. Dogs that are not potty-trained and are surrendered to shelters have a substantially lower chance of survival. If they are adopted, they are considerably more likely to be physically mistreated and neglected. Much the same may be said of basic manners. Teaching your dog not to jump on people and some basic behavioral skills will not only help him be more tolerant of you, but it will also reduce the likelihood of him ever ending up in a shelter or remaining there and not getting it out alive. So do your dog a favor and commit to potty training them. Potty training is similar to losing weight or doing anything else that is challenging but worthwhile if you put in the effort. If you anticipate miracles or indulge in the dog's frequent habits, you will not be successful. You need to encourage change. Number 3. Wrong diet. Providing your dog with unsuitable food can also be hazardous. Low-cost dog food such as Ol Roy do not provide the proper nourishment that most dogs require. Very cheap, low-quality food contains a lot of fillers and other ingredients that aren't beneficial for your dog in large quantities. Now, there is a lot of debate online about raw food versus dog food. We only advise you to do your research and see what works for the breed of dog you have. Many do-it-yourself diets are deficient in dogs' vitamins and minerals. Some may also expose your dog to higher pH urine, leading to bladder and kidney problems. Even something as easy as broccoli can change the sensitive pH of your dog's pee, causing severe health issues and necessitating future surgery. Human foods such as grapes can cause kidney failure, while spices such as nutmeg can cause convulsions and death. If you are unsure whether it is safe for your dog, do not feed it to him. Also, many vegan parents try to make their pups vegan too. This is dangerous. Dogs are first and foremost carnivores. Forcing veganism on pets is not ethical, and if a vegan parent wants a vegan pet, they can always go for rabbits or guinea pigs. Number 2. Baths. Even if your dogs dread bath time, you must do it. Most of us don't want to bathe our dogs too often because dogs can get frisky and splash water everywhere. But you know as well as I do that cleanliness and hygiene is extremely important. If you have an allergic dog, you must bathe him every other day first and then once a week for hygiene. Use a good shampoo and thoroughly rinse your dog's fur. To keep his skin clean and conditioned, doing this once a month is good. Number 1. You've never brushed their teeth. How frequently do you brush your teeth? I expect you'll say twice a day or at least every day. Now, how frequently do you clean your dog's teeth? If it isn't every day, you are ignoring an essential aspect of your dog's health. Tartar and bacteria can accumulate on teeth, upset the gums, and find their way into the bloodstream and the heart. Not brushing your dog's teeth reduces their lifespan too. Would you do everything it takes to spend several more months or years with those pets? I certainly would. Cleaning their teeth can extend their life by months or years. So go to your veterinarian and get some prescription toothpaste with ingredients to help break your dog's tartar. Just keep in mind that human toothpaste can be fatal to dogs, so avoid using it at all costs. Were you unknowingly doing any of these things while caring for your dogs? Let us know in the comments below if any of these shocked you. And subscribe to the channel for more animal content. Thanks for watching.